Have you ever wondered what the pros and cons are of living in Georgia? Well, this native Atlanta is about to tell you what they are with a little bit of a twist. Hi there, I'm Ann Milano, Associate Broker and Real Estate Coach, and welcome to my channel. Before we get started, if you don't mind, if you could just hit the subscribe button either over there or down below. So whichever place you decide to hit it. And then you can subscribe to my channel. Also, if you could give it either a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I would truly appreciate it. More thumbs up, the better. More thumbs down makes me sad. But if you would, either way, give it a comment as well. And let's get started. So here today, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Georgia with just a little bit of a twist. I'm a native Atlanta. I've lived in Georgia since 1965, and hopefully that's not giving away my age. Anyway, we moved here and loved it ever since. But I will tell you a funny story because one of the cons of Georgia are allergy season. And when we first moved to Atlanta, we came from New York, and my mom, who we bought a house and we moved into it in the DeKalb County area, and she saw these beautiful flowers growing in our backyard, and it was September, like the fallish, beautiful golden, these big flowers and everything. She brought them into the house. And I might tell you that every single one of us in the house started sneezing. And I'm not talking just sneezing. I'm talking major allergy. It was incredible. It turned out that she brought in goldenrod. Goldenrod. For any of you out there that live anywhere in the world and know what goldenrod is, you know that it is one of the most allergenic weeds growing. Anyway, we learned a big, quick lesson from that little moment in time with my mom. She was hilarious. Georgia was established in 1732 as the number 13 colony of the 13 colonies. So it was the last one to be developed, which is kind of cool. It was named after George II of Great Britain. It became a state in 1788. The colonists who came here from England landed in Savannah, and Savannah was the first and the oldest town in Georgia, the city in Georgia. And in addition, I bet you didn't know that Savannah was Georgia's first capital before Atlanta. Yes, it was. So kind of interesting fun facts about Georgia and how it got started. Our motto is wisdom, justice, and moderation. It is written on our state seal as well as part of our state flag. Although it has never been adopted by the state legislature, it has always been known as our motto, which is a great motto: wisdom, justice, and moderation, great virtues. Our state song, if you didn't already know it, was made famous by none other than Ray Charles. And of course, that's Georgia on my mind. Georgia. I am the worst singer. Okay, so forget that. This is why I keep my day job. All right. So, yeah, and here are some more fun facts. Know that the state bird of Georgia is called the brown thrasher, with a lovely singing voice. The state butterfly for Georgia is known as the eastern tiger swallowtail. Just lovely. You see it on so many flowers. The state flower for Georgia is the Cherokee rose. And found in everyone's backyard is the state wildflower, or front yard, with brilliant colors. That would be the azalea. The southern live oak is our state tree and grows along our southern coast. It is just lovely with its moss. And the honeybee, would you believe, is our state insect. Although, to be honest, the state insect should be the mosquito with all of its nastiness. Have you ever asked yourself what Georgia is known for? Well, Georgia is the #1 producer in the U.S. of peaches, peanuts, pecans, and one of the sweetest onions in the world, the Vidalia onion, grown in none other than, of course, our city of Vidalia. Did you know that the cotton industry is a $1.5 billion business in Georgia? We are ranked 3rd in the U.S. for growing cotton. Our Georgia summer from June through August has temperatures ranging from 70s to the high 90s. Now, that doesn't sound that bad really for temperatures, but when you add the humidity, there are days that only a swimming pool or a cold shower will be the answer. It's only 3 months, but it can feel like an eternity. Oh, and did I mention the bugs? Yes, bugs. Yep, those pesky mosquitoes, the state bird of Georgia. Well, you can't have a weather con without a weather pro in the state of Georgia. And the winter weather, well, if you're used to the frozen tundra of being up north, well, I'm here to tell you that welcome to the mild Georgia winter weather from December to February with a temperature range of 34 to 57 degrees. Perfect for enjoying those blooming winter flowers. We have flowers in Georgia year-round with our pansies in the winter. Another Georgia weather pro is Georgia's fall. Here are some photos I shot of the magnificence of our fall. From mid-October through Thanksgiving, the Georgia trees are nothing short of spectacular. Most peak leaf color usually comes at the end of October, early November in the greater Atlanta area, and in the mountains of Georgia typically see their peak in early October. Another Georgia pro would be the Georgia jobs market, which includes 16 Fortune 500 companies for 2020. They include Home Depot, UPS, Delta, Coca-Cola, the Southern Company, Genuine Parts Company, Westrock, Pulte Group, Newell Brands, Arco, Veritiv, Asbury Auto Group, where I bought my car, NCR, ICE, Graphic Packaging International, and HD Supply. In addition to the 16 Fortune 500 companies in Georgia, the film industry ranked #1 for 2020 and is a $9.5 billion industry, creating countless jobs from electricians to real estate. Some of the celebrities that call Atlanta home include Tyler Perry, Elton John, Cardi B, Jeff Foxworthy, Ludacris, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, Zac Brown, Nene Leakes from the Housewives of Atlanta. So one of the things that you have to talk about when you're talking about the state that you're moving to, the state that you live in, is of course taxes. Uncle Sam gets his piece, especially in the state of Georgia. But before we talk about the cons to taxes, let's talk about the pros. First pro, corporations get major tax benefits by moving their businesses to the state of Georgia. We have an extremely diverse group of businesses that are located in the state of Georgia with their headquarters, as you saw earlier in the slide that I showed about the Fortune 500 companies that are here. But there's a lot more than just the Fortune 500. Those 16, there's a ton more. So because of our diverse economy in Georgia, the job market is huge. That's how the film industry became #1 in Georgia, was because of all the tax benefits. Yay! And of course, Tyler Perry building studios to film things, which is great. If we start to talk about the cons of taxes in Georgia, well, unfortunately, we have a lot of different types of taxes that include individual state and local income tax. General sales tax includes gasoline tax, cigarette tax, alcohol tax, and of course, property taxes, which include both state and local, city, depending upon where you're located, where your property is. You might have to pay, say, state property taxes, and you might have to pay city property taxes. So yay, now that we got that negative out of the way. The positive though, when it comes to property taxes is if you're moving in from out of state and you're looking to get closer to the grandkids and you've hit 62 to 65 years old, in a variety of counties in Georgia, they give you a senior discount. And what that means is part of your tax bill for property is the schools. So they cut out the school chunk for seniors to have to pay. And I have to tell you that that is 2/3. And when I say 2/3, I'm not kidding. It is easily maybe 2/3 to 3/4 of your tax bill, which knocks your tax bill down to like an amazing number. I happen to live in Cobb County. I actually had a birthday. Didn't think I was excited about celebrating 62, but I did. And sure enough, my tax bill dropped like a rock. It went from like $4,000 a year down to $8,000 a year, which is beyond amazing. So I love being a 55 and older in the state of Georgia. Alrighty then, so those are the pros and the cons when it comes to the state taxes. Well, if you're looking for things to do, Georgia is the place. With 23 lakes in the state of Georgia and mostly within an easy driving distance of Atlanta, just to name a couple, there's Lanier, Allatoona, Hartwell, and of course Oconee. We have famous amusement parks including Six Flags, Whitewater, the longest hiking path in the United States, the Appalachian Trail, which starts at Springer Mountain just north of Amicalola Falls and ends some 2,190 miles later at Maine's Mount Katahdin. And of course, Shooting the Hooch, which is tubing down the Chattahoochee River. Can't end the summer without a quick trip down the lazy Chattahoochee River in a tube. I can remember doing that as a kid. Oh my gosh. If you take your sports really seriously, the state of Georgia is definitely a pro to live in. For professional teams, we have obviously the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta United, the soccer team. We have the Atlanta Hawks. We have the Atlanta Dream, the ladies basketball team. We were the home of the 1996 Olympics, which was very cool. My daughter was 4 years old at the time, and I can remember going and standing and watching them as they ran down the street with the torch, ran right by her carriage, her little stroller. So Georgia, I mean, if you are a sports enthusiast, Georgia is definitely the place to move. Tons and tons of pros. We have 6 NCAA Division I, now Division I, college football teams, which include, of course, our Bulldogs in the SEC. We have Georgia Tech in the ACC. We have Kennesaw State in the Big South. We have Georgia State. We have Mercer. We have Georgia Southern. So we know our football in the state of Georgia, that's for sure. And we take our sports very seriously. So get ready, go Dogs. Probably go Yellow Jackets and go Owls from Kennesaw. Oh my goodness. I don't know what the Georgia State one is. Anyway, in addition to our sports, and this is a sport that if you're in the South, you can't get away from, and that would be NASCAR. Located in Dawsonville, Georgia, we have the NASCAR Hall of Fame. Now, with every pro has to come a con, so if you're trying to get to one of those games, leave early because the state of Georgia is horrible. And I repeat, listen to me carefully if you haven't heard it. Horrible with traffic. I mean, I don't care where you live. The traffic in Georgia is terrible. Georgia and Atlanta especially always places in the top 10 in the country of cities with the worst traffic. I mean, if you've driven in Los Angeles, if you've driven in New York, If you're living in Boston, Georgia is definitely part of those rankings, that's for sure. So get ready, give yourself plenty of time to get wherever you gotta go. We do have a pro when it comes to traffic, and that would be air traffic. Georgia is home to the world's busiest airport. Yes, you heard me correctly, world's busiest airport. Literally, you can get from Atlanta to anywhere in the world, which, I mean, you can't beat that. That is amazing. Non-stop trips to France, to Hawaii, to Bermuda, to New York, to LA, wherever you want to go, you've got a non-stop flight out of Atlanta pretty much in order to get there. Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport handles some 42.9, did you hear me? 42.9 million passengers in 2020. And that was during COVID. On a normal year, we handle something like 67 million passengers that pass through our airport. That is a lot of folks, getting them all to the right places on time. As I said, there's never a dull moment in Georgia with things to do. Like the World of Coca-Cola, the Georgia Aquarium, Atlanta's Botanical Gardens, I highly recommend for Christmas and the lights there. You've got the Atlanta Zoo. Always remember the flamingo. Of course, there's Stone Mountain Park and Bicentennial Park. So another real pro about living in the state of Georgia, especially if you have kids, is our lottery. So in 1992, Georgia adopted the lottery to be able to, for people to play it in the state of Georgia, which is really cool. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, I knew a guy, go figure, that won the lottery. So now that I know him, I probably will never win just because I'm associated with somebody that won. I don't know. Maybe, or then again, maybe his luck will rub off on me. I don't know. But anyway, in the state of Georgia, we have the lottery, and the money from the lottery goes towards higher education, which in the state of Georgia, it means that if you are a child and you graduate from high school with a 3.0 or higher GPA, they are eligible for the Hope Scholarship. The money raised through the lottery is given to eligible high school graduates with a minimum of 3.0 GPA and who maintain a 3.0 cumulative post-secondary grade point average, which means just basically you got to keep a 3.0 to graduate to get it, and then you got to keep a 3.0 when you get into college in order to be eligible and to maintain it. So they don't just give it to you for forever just because you got that 3.0. You got to continue to work for it every single semester, which is, you know, fair. Yes, we have 57 colleges and universities in the state of Georgia. Just to name a few: University of Georgia, go Dogs. We've got Emory University, we've got Georgia Tech, we have Georgia State, Mercer down in Macon, we have Georgia Southern in Statesboro, Georgia, we have Morehouse, Spelman, Morris Brown, and Kennesaw College, just to name a few. But not least, of course, we've got Atlanta's Theater with the Fox Theater. We have the High Museum of Art with some amazing exhibits. And of course, the landmark of all landmarks, the Varsity. Last but not least, for those foodies, Atlanta has a plethora of unbelievable, amazing restaurants, starting with the Atlanta Fish Market, Kima, a fabulous Greek restaurant. We have Bones, which is a Georgia staple when it comes to going out for dinner and steak. We have Canoe, which is a lovely restaurant that is located right along the banks of the Chattahoochee River. There are so many different restaurants in Atlanta that you absolutely must try. Every single one of them gets better and better. Chops, fabulous for dinner. My friend owns a fabulous little poke bowl restaurant over in Marietta Square. Definitely have to try that out. Oh, and then of course there's the Atlanta landmarks when it comes to restaurants. You saw the Varsity. We have our barbecue, Georgia barbecue, which is fabulous. So you will definitely find places to eat. If you have a question about any kind of a restaurant that you want to pick up, just comment below and I'll be happy to respond back with what I find to be some of my favorite places to eat at. One of the things that I put on my channel actually is great restaurants. I'm always out there trying them somewhere. Well, I just want to thank you for stopping by today. I really appreciate any of the comments that you're leaving below. Definitely would appreciate the thumbs ups on the video to let me know that you enjoyed this, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. So with that, I'm going to say bye for now. If you're looking for a house to live in Atlanta, definitely give us a call, and there's tons of links below that'll hook you up to see searches for houses, so that this way, if Atlanta is the place that you're thinking about moving into, then I'm Ann Milano. Be sure and give me a call. All right, talk to you later. Bye for now.